Ladies and gentlemen, it is a big, weird, wild world out there, folks. And here we stand, al pie del cañón, ready for anything. I'm Rob, that's Tash, and that's the Natch, and you're listening to...
The ProBoh Show!
Good morning, beautiful people. If you want to join us and contribute live to the show, you can do that at twitch.tv/professional bohemian. That's Bohemio Profesional, pero en inglés. Very, very honored to have Natasha Pascua with us. How are you doing?
I'm great. I'm really excited, actually.
Yeah, it's going to be a good show this morning. The elves of... I don't prepare the content. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't prepare the content. I have some enslaved elves in my home that spend the evenings and their days preparing the ProBoh Show. How are you doing out there? By the way, we've got Min joining us from the Netherlands. Pedro, Coralism, Nessa Finessa, Born to Iron Man. If you want to be as epic as those guys, you can join us right here on Twitch. Okay, what's coming up in the show? In the second half of today's show, I ask 100 humans. I learned a very important lesson yesterday, Natch. It's not to make the audience think too much. Thinking is bad at this time in the morning. So I asked 100 humans to name a reason your eyes might water. Okay, so name a reason your eyes might water. Then in Complete the News, hopefully we have time to get to California's overtime law. But if not, we're definitely going to cover the reviews of The Little Mermaid. Ooh. Have you seen The Little Mermaid remake?
No.
I don't even know. Is it out
I don't know
yet?
if I want to. I don't know if I didn't really like the first one.
Oh, really?
No, not really.
God, even I like the first one.
Really?
Yeah,
No.
I loved it. It was like the rebirth of Disney animated, right? And I was like, and I know it was kind of, I guess for my gender, not the kind of movie that a young boy would obsess over, but I did. I thought it was great. I love the music.
The music was good. It just, I don't know. I'm not a big fan.
Oh, dude, I'm a slave to like that Caribbean sound. Under the sea.
So you're going to go watch this one or not?
No, probably not.
Okay.
Because a middle-aged man going to see The Little Mermaid in the
It's a bit
cinema,
creepy.
it would be a little creepy, wouldn't it? It would be a little creepy. I wouldn't want me to go if I was a parent. You know, I'd be like, please, stay at the door, sir. You could be 10 feet away from the entrance, please.
I'd be telling my kids, yeah, let's sit somewhere else. Let's sit somewhere else.
Leave the weird bald man in that row on his own, kids. And then we have an amazing unpopular opinion today. Natasha, my God, I've been doing this show I've been doing this show in some iteration since 2016, right? And a part of it, until it was formalized, the unpopular opinion, as a thing that I would do daily. I used to do it once a week, and it was a pain in the ass to come up with topics. And then every day, I have to rack my brain.
It was difficult.
You sent me like 5 amazing ones.
Wow.
I had to pick. It was like choosing an uncut diamond. It was amazing. Like
I have strong opinions about certain things, not important things.
Yeah, no, me neither. Me neither. I'm the same way.
Important things, maybe not, but there are certain things I feel very strongly about.
Well, this is a good one. Today's unpopular opinion, we will get to it, folks, is nobody really likes the taste of beer. And you know what? I am in complete agreement with you on this.
Right?
It's so true. But all that fun, guys, coming up later in the show. Right now, I'm here, you're here, Tash is here, Natch is here, Rossi, the cleaning lady, is somewhere behind me. She's developed a fan club on the show because people
They
send
can
me,
see her?
Yeah, they send me screen captures of her with her circled in red. That's what happens. So let's take a look. Let's speak to Tash for a little while. Tash, wow. Credits galore, right? You've got the #1 English teaching podcast on iVox right now with Back to Basics. Start of Rumbo al Inglés, which is in its 4th season, if I remember correctly. 4th or 5th? 4th. English on the Dot. God, what else? There's more stuff. I actually wrote some stuff.
Yeah, all the
down.
old stuff.
All the old stuff, yeah.
Old stuff.
Don't say that, you make me feel old. And No Excuses you covered for a season as well.
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah.
So credits galore. It's an honor to have you here. And I've so much to ask you. I've got to admit, I did creep your Instagram a little bit to get some things to talk about. Tell me the Swiss connection, right? I knew Australian, I knew Argentinian. Where does Swiss come from?
My mum's Swiss.
Oh, really?
My mum's Swiss, yeah.
Tell me a little bit about what it was like, because you grew up in Australia, if I'm not mistaken.
Sort of. So I was born in Australia. My dad's Spanish. My mum's Swiss.
Yeah.
They met in Australia because they both they both went there with their family. So my grandparents went there and my uncles and aunts and all of that. And they met there. They got married. They had my brother. They had me. And then when I was 12, because of my dad's job, we went to Argentina. And I was there from 12 to 18.
Would you consider yourself, in terms of that kind of Latino heritage, right? Would you consider yourself more, do you identify more with Spain, which I'm going to guess you probably do, or with Argentina? Like, where do you really kind of...
I don't know. That's the problem. I'm just not, I'm from everywhere and nowhere.
Dude, I hear you. Like, I'm half Italian, half Polish, raised in England, living in Spain. It's a Leo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, when I was in Australia, I have to say, we used to go to the Spanish club. There are a lot of Spanish people in Australia. Yeah. And we used to go to the Spanish club and we used to come here on holidays. So in Australia, I felt Spanish. I felt really Spanish.
Yeah.
I didn't feel Swiss that much because, well, we just didn't go to the Swiss club.
The Swiss club sounds cool, though. I want to go there.
You think so? What do they do at the Swiss club?
Cheese. Probably.
Yeah, cheese.
Something to do with cheese.
Fondue or something.
Yeah, interesting. And did you always want to be a teacher? Or?
I always wanted to be a teacher.
Right.
Always. I remember playing with my dolls, setting them up, having a blackboard, and teaching them. I didn't know what I wanted to teach, but I knew I wanted to teach.
That's awesome. And did you specifically want to teach languages? Have you always had a love of languages, or did that come later?
No, I mean, I studied English philology, mainly because of literature. I wanted to teach literature or something. I didn't really care what I was teaching. Yeah. I thought that it would be great to teach literature, but I didn't care. And then I started teaching English and I loved it.
All right, there you go. You didn't start in Vaughan, though? There was somewhere before this, right?
Yeah, I worked in a little sort of academy in the south of Madrid, in a little town. And that's where I started teaching. And there I would teach everything. I mean, company classes, adults, teenagers, kids, or just basically anyone and everyone. Yeah,
I remember very clearly doing the teacher training, and you terrified me. You were like so intimidating. And then Richard didn't help because I'd already been with the company like 7 years doing Vaughan Towns and whatnot, but I never taught English. And Richard said he wanted me to do a TV show, but he insisted, you got to do the teacher training first. So I went there and I'm thinking, I'll just mix in with the crowd. I don't know this teaching game. No one's gonna, it'll be fine. And then he comes in and he introduces me. This is Rob. He won 5 stars at the Edinburgh Festival. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, pressure. A question I've always wanted to ask, Fitz I don't think would be honest. Did I deserve to pass?
You did. Yeah? You were really good.
Okay. Because I've never taught English since.
You struggled. You struggled with the grammar, I would say. That's what you
still now.
But the rest was fine. Like, I just remember your homework with the grammar. That's the only part you struggled with.
It stressed me out. I remember getting really emotional at one point during feedback because
I remember.
Oh my God. Yeah, because it was just so much. It was overwhelming.
Yeah.
Like the teacher, let me tell you something, guys. Vaughan teachers, man, they're the best in the world. And I think it's 100% down to the training because you kind of recruit great people and then you train them using what I imagine, because I've only been with a company like 20 years, using what I imagine is a really great method. Do you know what I mean? But essentially, it's about the teachers, right? You recruit these
Everything
great
is about
people.
The teachers and about the feedback that you get from the students. I mean... It's an intense training, and you're just constantly receiving feedback from students. So either you're ready to actually hear what people have to say about you, or it just doesn't work. Yeah.
I mean, you develop like my kind of history. I think the first radio show I did from what year would it have been? I think it would have been maybe even pre-2000. And again, I was a lot more of a controversial character back then, and it was a university radio station. And my God, I used to get some... I developed a much thicker skin from the feedback of strangers than I did from feedback from people I know.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could never see myself teaching someone I know. Have you ever been in that position to have to teach someone you know?
I love doing that.
Oh, really? Oh, man.
I love doing that.
You're terrifying me a little bit now. I'm seeing intimidating Natasha. All right, let's take a look at the chat because we've got a lot of people here to see. Coralism says, oh, Tasha, she's so lovely. She is, can confirm. Rob's paradox, simultaneously letting the elves do all the work as well as working 12 hours a day. Yeah, true story right now. True story. Pedro, the fact that I completely cleared my agenda to be here and Natasha's presence is pure coincidence, says Pedro from Instagram. I don't believe you. I sense a note of sarcasm, sir. The bridge. So, Rob, now you know that Tash and the Natch in the same sentence is a bit of a mouthful. It is, indeed. Beer is sort of an acquired taste. We'll get into that, the idea of an acquired taste, which is basically how people say it tastes like crap. But society
I'm forcing myself to like it.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, Bridge, it's a taste I acquired when I tasted it, says Min. Love Tash's accent. The subtle Spanish notes in the Australian accent, says Min. I don't notice a Spanish accent in you at all.
Who knows? I don't know. I don't know how I speak. I just speak. I don't know. My Argentinian friends say that I now speak with a Spanish accent.
Oh, really?
And obviously people here think that I speak with some sort of accent.
Yeah.
Some people think that I'm from Argentina, from the Canary Islands. In English, my brother makes fun of me all the time that I don't sound Australian anymore. So I don't know. I just speak like I speak.
I can relate because I have a really strong Yorkshire accent. It's thinned over the years. It's softened over the years. But it's still, I would consider very, very strong.
But when you go back home?
They think I'm a class traitor. Like all my family are like mechanics and factory workers.
Oh, you're so posh now.
Ooh, look at you. He wants to go to the shop. Yeah, so that's what I have to put up with. I can completely relate.
Yeah.
Rob, you've been in Spain more than that. Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know when I got here. I think 2001 is when I first met Richard.
Me too. I moved to Spain in 2001.
Yeah, September, I think. It was. You know who actually knows these dates better than me? Andrea. Andrea is my chronicler. There's way too many illicit substances in my past.
But early 2000s, right?
Yeah, way early 2000s. Yeah. Andrea tells a story about the birth of Vaughan Radio because her dad watched. I had a show on Ram Air FM in England. It's a whole story. Basically, I lied my way into university, and it was a media course, and I was failing. So my university said you need to make up extra credit. So I went around radio stations offering myself as like a becario, as you'd say here in Spain. And my university sent this radio station all my lies, and instead of making teas for people, I got a show. And it was the first kind of real radio show I'd ever had on a real legitimate radio station. And Andrea used to join us, and back in that day there was this like a really primitive form of streaming. So her mum and dad used to tune in. And apparently that's where Richard got the idea for Vaughan Radio.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, neither did I. It's only been confirmed by Andrea, so I don't know. All right, you know what we're going to do, guys? We are losing time. We're going to go to today's Unpopular Opinion.
Unpopular Opinion.
Symbol says, hey, Natasha, I've been meaning to thank you for your hard work for the longest time. Your energy, kindness, and beauty make your classes number one, says MJ Symbol.
Thank you.
Yeah. Number one on iVox, man. You know what I mean? iVox is like really a big deal in Spain. Natch, would you say iVox is Spain's number one podcast provider?
Yes, at least for me it is.
Really? More than Spotify and stuff like that?
It boggles my mind. Guys, if like Spotify exists, chill out.
Yeah.
iVox makes you download. I mean, I love iVox, guys. I speak to you regularly. Dude, Spotify, you don't need to download anything.
Exactly.
Perfect.
But anyway, keep on going on iVox.
Yeah, keep on going on iVox.
Number one there.
Vaughan Radio and Natasha appreciates it. Yeah, most of my downloads come from Spotify and Apple.
No, me just Spotify.
Yeah.
Just Spotify.
We need to pick through your numbers because it's super impressive what you've done. It really is. It really is. I remember when we were talking about your show.
I remember too.
And wow, I mean, you just knocked it out of the park from day one. Really. Anyway, let's go on to today's. What is an unpopular opinion? It's a brain fart, un pedo cerebral, un pedo mental. I have to say pedo because the other P word apparently is not suitable for the radio. I share it with you on my social media. That's at Professional Bohemian, Bohemio Profesional, pero en inglés, on Instagram. You can vote on it on my stories. Today's unpopular opinion is that beer, or the taste of beer, or people pretend to enjoy the taste of beer, right? Nobody really likes it. Right?
This is what I think.
So explain to us. Take us through that journey.
I don't know if there is a journey. I just think that no one actually likes the taste of beer. Maybe they like, drinking it with friends, the experience. Maybe, I don't know, it's maybe you start associating what that means, like that you're not working or that the weekend has started, but you don't actually like the taste of beer. This is what I think.
Yeah. You know what? Natch, what are your thoughts on this, dude?
I agree.
You agree?
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, and I find myself like kind of stupid when I order a beer.
Yeah.
Now I like it as like acquired taste.
An acquired taste, yeah.
But at the beginning I hated it.
You really have to work at it as a kid. It's like smoking. Like no one picks up a pack of cigarettes, smokes a cigarette and goes, "Oh, this is delicious." I mean, you have to really work at it.
You have to convince yourself.
Yeah. Because if beer was a soft drink, no one's, if it wasn't called beer, if non-alcoholic beer was just called pop, no one would buy it because it tastes gross.
But people drink non-alcoholic beer. Why?
Because it's beer. Because it's socially acceptable to drink it. Because it's still beer. That's what I think. I gave up drinking for 5 years, right? And I drank non-alcoholic beer. Oh, you're going to think I'm gross, people, but I don't care. It is delicious. I drank non-alcoholic beer mixed with Red Bull.
Okay.
Just for the caffeine lift, because it used to, we'd go out late at night. It was my university.
Wait, why not just Red Bull?
Because of the social acceptability of it. So I could pour it into a pint glass.
Okay.
And it'd look like a beer.
And no one would say, why aren't you drinking?
Exactly. It's the weirdest thing with alcohol. You can give up, like, if you stop eating fish, right, and you go to someone's house, they're not going to be like, try a little fish. Try just have a goldfish. Try, you're not eating the right fish.
Yeah.
But with alcohol, you stop drinking alcohol and people think there's some perverse thing happening.
Yeah, completely.
So let's talk it out, guys. Okay, let's see what are people saying. Pedro, never used iVox, but who am I to say anything anyway? Dude, you are Pedro from Instagram. That's why. That's why. Coralism, I agree. Nobody really likes it because it tastes bitter. We like the fact that it's cold and the context where we drink it.
Yes, it's the context.
Yeah. And plus, humans, we are hardwired to enjoy sweet flavors. You know what I mean? It's something within our nature that we're hardwired, not us, like a lot of animals, to enjoy sweet flavors. And beer is not sweet. It's, bitter. Let's continue. Min, sorry to interrupt, Rob. I was rolling in tears last night learning how you got your scar. Hilarious, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, I have a few scars, but that one in particular is a funny story. Where did I share that somewhere? I think I may have shared it on my YouTube. Min, funny, I think the same way about coffee.
Yeah.
Nobody actually okay. Those are fighting words, Min. I'll see you outside. Coffee's delicious.
Really?
Yeah, I love the taste of coffee.
Just black.
No, with milk and sugar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you like the taste of milk and sugar.
I like the taste of sugar.
With a little bit of coffee.
Yeah. And you know what? I'll drink it with 2 sugars as well, not just one. Like, I really double down.
Then you don't like the taste of coffee.
I've still got a few teeth left. I've got to take advantage. So nobody likes the taste of coffee. This is Min. Nobody actually likes it, but everybody is addicted. And people enjoy high-end coffee because at least that doesn't taste like complete trash.
I agree.
Yeah. Min, I love coffee, but I understand Min. That was MJ Symbol. Min, alcohol-free beer with hints of citrus are super delicious, actually. Yeah, okay, so this is the thing, right? Well, first of all, let's go to the elves, because I was thoroughly whipping them this morning, and they gave us some...
Did they do a good job?
They do a good job.
Okay.
Much better when you starve them and whip them, I found. So in the pro column, that agreeing with the statement, nobody likes the taste of beer. Beer is often described as an acquired taste. Many people do not initially enjoy the bitter, complex flavors, suggesting that liking may be more of social conditioning than innate preference. I think that's an amazing point.
Yeah.
Because, it doesn't taste... Like, I remember as a kid having my first beer, and you see the big boys and the men drinking beer, and you're a little kid and you're thinking, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It doesn't taste like socks. And it does taste like socks.
It does.
It's awful.
Of course it does.
Okay, preference for sweetness. Biologically, humans tend to favour sweet tastes over bitter ones. Since beer tends to be more on the bitter side, it's plausible that its taste isn't naturally liked by most people. And finally, social influence. Some argue that beer consumption is more about social norms and pressures than genuine enjoyment of taste. Great points.
Isn't that crazy? What we do as human beings.
Yeah, and I'm sure there are way more examples. And you know what? I've poo-pooed Min's idea about coffee, but for sure coffee can be added to that list.
Yeah.
Because you don't like it just filtered through the beans. You know, you've got to add things to it for it to be palatable.
Exactly.
Let's continue. So, against in the con list, because you guys are going to vote on this in a few minutes. People do like the flavour of beer. Here we go. Beer comes in a vast range of styles and flavours, from sweet and fruity to dark and bitter. Let me tell you something. IPAs don't count. IPAs is nature correcting itself for beer tasting like garbage. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
We're going to add a little citrus so it doesn't taste like sewage.
You know what I mean?
But that's just like the coffee thing.
Exactly. I mean, I'll hold my hands up and say I love coffee because I'm a bit of a caffeine addict. You know what I mean?
But so am I. I need caffeine
Yeah.
I mean, I can't function, but that doesn't mean I'm actually enjoying the taste of coffee.
I'm enjoying the sugar and benefiting off the
I'm just the
caffeine.
caffeine. Exactly. That's it.
Let's see. Popularity. The popularity of beer worldwide suggests that many people genuinely enjoy its taste. It wouldn't maintain its status as one of the world's most consumed alcoholic beverages if nobody likes it. I think a lot of that is to do with price. Because you think about it, a copper, like a mixed alcoholic drink for my international listeners, like a rum and coke, it's a lot more expensive.
You
than
could
a
have
beer.
wine, though. You could have a glass of wine.
Another unpopular opinion. Wine tastes like garbage too.
Really? You think it's the same?
Does. Yeah, I really do. I mean, Natch, am I about to get deported?
Yes.
Okay, unpopular opinion for tomorrow. Wine and the wine world is garbage. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy drinking wine. You know what I mean? It's my go-to kind of relaxing at the end of the day drink. But I don't do it because it tastes nice. Because it doesn't. It tastes the way Donald Trump looks. You know what I mean? It's not pleasant. It's not a pleasant drink. Anyway, let's continue. We're talking about beer. Okay, finally, where were we? The craft beer revolution, booming craft beer industry, where focus is on flavour and quality, indicates that people do appreciate and enjoy the taste of beer. There you go. So, guys, soon you'll be voting on this. We have a lot of comments coming in. Let's see. It really doesn't taste good. We could agree that tobacco tastes horribly, but some funny bald people can't give it up. True story. You know, my mother didn't raise a quitter. No, I bought an IQOS machine.
A what?
Yeah, it's this little, we have the little cigarettes and you put them in
And it doesn't burn the tobacco, it just heats it.
I don't know. It's supposed to be like smoking, but without. Don't laugh, Nat. I'm making efforts here for my health. It's supposed to be like smoking, but without the alkitran, without the tar.
But what is it exactly?
Well, let me show you. I'll show you through the break. I think I left them in the other room. And basically, it's this thing. I bought the thing because I wanted to. I'm on my ever lengthening journey to quitting smoking. And I have a drawer full of shame. All the things that I've tried. Like there are about 10...
The books, self-help books and all that.
Self-help books, like 10 vapes, old packs of patches, gum, you name it. So it hasn't worked its way into the drawer of shame. But one thing IQOS does, right? You buy an IQOS machine, and then you get a stalker for free. There's a guy from the IQOS factory who calls... like once a week.
You're not serious.
No, I am being completely serious. Like in this age, that's again, you're laughing. It's true story. Yeah, I have an IQOS representative that calls me at least once a week.
Okay.
To ask how I'm doing. To ask how I'm doing with the IQOS. To ask what I'm wearing. I don't know why he asked me that. No, he doesn't. It's a joke. To ask me how I'm doing with the thing. And apparently, after buying the thing, he told me in the last conversation we had. I mean, I'm a single man who lives alone. So if anyone calls me, they're getting at least a 10-minute conversation. He told me, well, you know, it's not really for quitting smoking. I'm not going to quit using the IQOS machine. So I'm like, well, what's the point? He's like, well, it's a healthier way to smoke.
Are you serious that he calls you every week? You have a weekly conversation with this man?
Yeah.
And it's always the same guy. Where is he from?
I've actually got him on WhatsApp.
Where's he from?
You know what? To my shame, after at least an hour,
You need to
of
get him on the
conversing-
show.
Yeah, one day, my ICOS representative. Let me see if I can find him.
Well, what does he call? Just to keep you buying, right? Does he wants you to keep on buying?
Yeah, he says you've got to completely replace your normal cigarettes with ICOS. And I said to him, "Is this you as an ICOS?" I said these exact words to him because I was on the metro and I was feeling like an ass. I said, "Is that ICOS talking or you as my friend?" And he started laughing and he says, "Well, maybe a little bit of both." Oh my God, guys, I'm having so much fun here today. Thank you so much for coming on the show. We've got so much more to go, guys. We're going to put an end to this unpopular opinion. Beer, is it a flavour people enjoy? Is it not? We're not the people who are going to decide. Not Natasha, not I. I'm the chief idiot, so what do I know? You guys watching live are going to decide. The poll will appear in the chat in a few minutes. And after the break, obviously, we've got 100 humans and complete the news, as well as closing down this debate of, do people really like the taste of beer? Friends, so many things you could have been doing this morning, but instead of doing those things, you took the time to spend some time with me, and it means the absolute world. See you soon. Hey guys, if you'd like to support the show, you can do so on Patreon. That's patreon.com/professional bohemian. There you'll find VODs of the episodes as they are recorded live, blogs, vlogs, and behind-the-scenes content. If you'd like to watch the show live, you can do so on twitch.tv/professional bohemian, and you can participate in the polls we use in the show on Instagram @professional bohemian or Twitter @ProBoh, PROBOH. Okay. On with the show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. You're listening to the ProBoh Show. It's currently 9 a.m. Central European Time. For those of you angelic podcast listeners, wherever you are in the world, no idea what time it is. No idea. You just hover above us like the beautiful angels that you are. It's crazy. It's crazy. My podcast audience has tripled, probably more than tripled in the last 6 months.
Really? Why?
I have no idea.
What happened in the last?
I don't know if it's because a few new platforms have opened up, like Samsung Free. A bunch of them, and I don't know whether it's because I'm posting the videos daily now, like the clips of the show. But yeah, thank you guys. I think mostly it's because people share the podcast, and guys, it's the best marketing you can do. Is like, if you're enjoying the show, share it with your friends. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. Let's see what people were saying in the chat. Okay, yeah, people are legitimately angry about the wine comment. Look, wine tastes bad. Okay, it tastes like cleaning solution. So there you go. I've said it.
You said it.
Yeah.
There's
Bottle up
no
your
going
tears.
back.
Yeah. Bottle up your tears. Send them to the studio. They're delicious. Your tears are delicious, and your anger only makes me more powerful. So thank you. All right, let's see what people were saying. I don't know what Le Chouf is. Min says something like Le Chouf is still pure beer, but it's so nice. I have never tried Le Chouf.
Le Chouf?
Yeah. It sounds like the noise you make when you sneeze. So, there you go. That's the beer, apparently. Have you ever had Le Chouf, Natch? You're laughing. I'm assuming it's either because of that. No, right. Never had a Le Chouf, bless you. All right, anyway. Agreed with Rob. Wine tastes like garbage. It does, man. Thank you. Rob, I think you have not drunk real wine. Oh God, see, it only happens with alcohol. If I'd given up, like if I didn't like the taste of beef, you wouldn't say that's because you haven't eaten a real cow.
No, it only happens with wine.
Oh God, yeah, true.
It only happens with wine, I would say. If you say I don't like anything else, it's okay. They'll accept it.
Wine is a cultural thing.
You just don't know enough.
Yeah.
You need to tip the glass. You got to see the bands of colour. Shut up. I'm not gonna. Don't describe how I'm supposed to enjoy a drink. Either enjoy it or not.
Yeah.
So much effort in. Don't get me wrong. I'll drink wine. I like wine. I like it, but I'm not going to lie to you all and say it tastes delicious. It doesn't, unless it's super sweet.
Unless it has sugar and milk.
Oh, okay. It's a slippery slope. I'm losing all my Spanish listeners right now. Let's see. Natch, am I about to get deported? Rob G. June 1st. Oh my God, we're in June, Natch. We're in June.
I know. Crazy.
Dude, we are 8 days away from our shared birthday. Mine and Natch's. Yeah,
You
yeah.
have the same birthday?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you wouldn't know because on the day I go around everyone, I say, don't forget to wish Natcha happy birthday. And then I put my headphones on and pretend I'm not here.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. June 9th, dude. Oh my God. It's the countdown, man. Let's see. I think beer sells so much because cheap beers like Heineken and Bud are essentially coloured water. Makes it easy to keep it cheap and drink vast amounts. Says Min. Yeah, I think the price has a lot to do with it.
Yeah, the price.
Yeah, I mean, no, because culturally, the cultural significance of beer, right? Fermented hops. It's been in at least Anglo culture for the longest. Well, all over the world, really.
Yeah.
Monks used to brew beer, right? Beer and wine. So yeah, I mean, that's maybe a really reductive argument to say no, it's because of the price. But I'm sure that's an element. Yeah,
that helps.
Like
Sure.
you go out, it's not overly strong, so you can drink a few beers without just getting plastered.
Exactly, and it takes some time, right? Like, I mean, what I mean is you could also just, if it's just for the effect, you could just have like tequila or something, but that's just too quick, like a shot of tequila. This is longer, it's a social thing.
But it does taste like garbage. Let's see what people... Oh my God, I've missed the results of the vote. Guys, if anyone caught the results of the vote, could you tell me? Let's see. I have an idea of what it was. Beer... Oh, sorry. So Pedro says, don't mess with wine, Rob. Okay, I won't. I'm sorry, my bad. Rob, there is one thing you haven't tried in order to stop smoking. Have you tried stopping smoking? Let me tell you something about stopping smoking, guys. It is the easiest thing in the world. I've done it so many times. Like literally.
Every day.
Well, I've quit for months at a time before. But then, to quote, is it De Niro or Pacino? As soon as I get out, they pull me back in. I just love them. Oh, no, it's not. Kids, don't smoke. The best way to quit smoking is not to start.
Yeah.
God damn, they are delicious.
What makes you start again? Stress.
The world.
The world.
The world makes me start.
But stress.
Yeah, it's probably stress. Yeah, because it becomes that crutch, right? You lean on it. But I don't know which ones are the easiest to give up. I don't know if it's the stress ones or the
social ones.
The habit ones. Those are the worst. Like, after a coffee, I want to have a cigarette. Do you know what I mean? You're making me want to smoke. Let's continue. Let's see. Have you... Oh, yeah. That is like telling a homeless person just to buy a house, Bridge. Yeah, to just quit smoking. Exactly. Thank you, Min. Can we get a ProBoh proof? It's not
that gets the ProBoh stamp of approval.
It's not often you get someone sticking up for you being a smoker. So good for you. We want more representation. I actually think I became a regular about 6 months ago. Says
See?
Min. Nessa, last time I looked, it was 2 votes, 100% true. Thank you. Okay, well, let's get a little drum roll. I'll reveal the Instagram results as well while I'm at it. So we made the statement that the taste of beer is garbage and people just pretend to enjoy it. Instagram, 52% true, and here, 100% true. Well done, guys. Well done. Yeah.
52. Okay, so...
Yeah, it was there. Yeah, but you can't trust Instagram.
You can't?
No, come on.
Why can't you trust Instagram, but you can trust this?
Because these are, for me, right, the anonymity provided by Twitch, like the Bridge, Min, Nessa Finessa. There's not, you know what I mean? You can, I know the people because we've been together for years now. I kind of trust them, to be honest with me. On Instagram, I think it's so much more about posturing.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
You know, whenever there's a thing about, like, whenever I do a topic about fashion always wins on Instagram, always loses here in the stream.
Really?
Yeah.
This is so interesting.
I used to do parallel votes on Instagram and on Twitter, and even between Twitter and Instagram, there's a massive...
Completely different.
Yeah. Do you still use Twitter?
I do.
Do you find it as good as it used to be?
No,
me
I
neither.
don't. No.
There's so much aggression out
There's
there.
so much aggression. People are so angry.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know it's hard for me doing a show that is kind of news heavy because normally every day we go over the news headlines. It's so hard for me to kind of think, okay, that was a funny gag about this topic. And a lot of the stuff that falls out of my mouth is just for the sake of being funny.
Yeah.
And I think if I post this online, I'm just going to get so much hate.
But I would understand you. That sounds horrible.
I would
you
understand
getting
you
hate,
being an asshole. I understand people hating you, but me? But Natasha Pascua?
No, mean that, but I mean, I'm just talking about grammar. Like, there's nothing to be offended about. I'm not even saying what I think about things.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about the present simple.
Do you have people trolling you on that?
People, like, will write to me, like, offended about things.
God, you know what?
I don't
This
know.
is
But
this
not
is
even
a
offended
dichotomy.
about an opinion.
Yeah.
Like offended that, I don't know, that I taught a certain pronunciation point in a certain way or whatever.
Oh man, you need to fight back. I'm on Tasha's side. Look, Spain. Until you
Stop putting things in two gender boxes. It's a spectrum. It's either or you're not.
until you stop like forcing things into a gender paradigm, you have no right to be picking on Tash. There you go.
No, you can pick on me. Just like pick on me for the right reasons.
Yeah.
For the right reasons. Like I just don't understand getting offended about certain things.
Do you know the weird thing is, other than on YouTube, which is just a cesspit where people will just be angry with you for anything, I get very little hate.
But more on Twitter.
No, like not even on Twitter. Now I really don't
nothing.
use it. It's crazy. I used to, back in the day, I used to get a lot because I was really open about like my political beliefs, and as it became more of a right wing kind of platform, like the more hate I used to get. But now, since I adopted a phrase, "Your tears are delicious and your anger only makes me more powerful," people have stopped hating on me. It's really weird.
Yeah.
And I kind of like the back and forth a little bit.
Because you don't care.
Yeah, because I don't care.
I don't care either. I don't care
Well, there you go. Your mean words mean nothing to Tash.
about grammar. I will not get offended about English grammar.
Let's see what. Let's catch up with the chat here. Excuse you, we are the warriors. We don't lie. Exactly, mate.
I
True
understand.
story.
Okay.
MJ Symbol. Some of us would love Natasha to start streaming. Yeah, dude, I would love Natasha to start streaming.
I just get overwhelmed.
Yeah, it's a lot to concentrate
Maybe I should
on.
start. I don't know.
You sure? Well, you see now. I
Maybe
do
it's
it.
just starting.
It's so easy. I mean, for me, it makes the show way easier having the stream.
Really?
Oh wow, dude.
Maybe I'll start. I don't know.
I mean, I've done radio pre-streaming eras, and I much prefer it now. It feels like a conversation more now.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll start. Maybe I'll try it one day.
There you go, and you can
then-
either stream. Look, you can either stream on the Vaughn's Twitch,
Okay.
or stream on your own Instagram. Build your profile there.
Okay. But
Yeah.
why would I really don't understand why people would want to watch that.
You're telling me. I do it every day, and there are people here. I have no idea. I mean, thank
Anyway,
you.
I'll try.
I mean, thank you.
I'll try.
Careful, Natasha. Don't get Rob started on Twitter and AI. Yeah, wow. That's a whole other show. Oh, thank you, Rob. No worries, Nessa. I don't know why I'm thankful, but thank you. Granny voice. Yeah. People like my granny impersonation. The bridge. People need to think before they put forward their opinions. I love you people who don't care, says the bridge. Thank you. And Min, if Rob can do someone competent like Tash can do it. If
What?
Rob can do it, someone competent like you can
Thank you.
do it. Exactly. I mean, come on.
I mean, it's a bit offensive for you, but thank you.
Yeah, I'm used to it, man. I'm used to it. It keeps my feet firmly planted on the ground. People expect no less. All right. With all that said, guys, we're going to go to today's 100 Humans. Woo. You can't cheat, Tash.
Okay.
I'm not going to let you cheat. Okay, here we go. So, friends, it was a long walk to work today across snow-capped mountains and through river valleys, and on that walk I encountered 100 humans and I asked them all a question. Today's question was, name a reason why your eyes might water. Name a reason why your eyes might water. I asked them that question. They gave me their answers. I have the 7 most popular answers right here. And your job in the chat is to identify those top 7 answers. Obviously, through the 100 humans, we'll be going to Tash and obviously the Natch, who always kicks this off. All right, we've got a few answers here. What do you think, Natch? A reason your eyes might water.
Because you are sad.
Because you are sad. Yeah, no one in the chat has said that. They're all sociopaths. I don't cry when I'm sad. I cry at all. Feelings? What are those? Okay, because you are sad. Oh, let's say, you're crying. You're crying because of emotion.
You're crying, yeah.
Is it there? Yes, it is. Well done, Natch. Crying is there. It's not the most popular answer, though. It's the second most popular answer, with 23 of 100 humans saying crying because of emotions will make your eyes water.
Whether it's like because you're happy or sad.
Yeah.
It's the same.
Same. Emotional
Okay,
crying.
It's the same. Okay.
All right. Give us one, Tash. What do you think? A reason your eyes might water.
Hay fever?
Hay fever.
Like allergies, hay fever?
Allergies. Allergies. Has anyone said that in the chat? How are you doing, Chris Valrall? Welcome. Allergies. Oh, God, I can't scroll this thing. Allergies. Oh, no one said allergies. Is it there?
I'm scared.
Yes, it is. Well done. Tasha Natch getting us off the board there. 2 of these answers identified. I asked people to name a reason why your eyes might water. Okay, Pedro says, and what's this? The bridge. And also, Rob is a man and can manage multitasking. I know. I'm like the next evolution in man. Have you ever heard something so true, Natch? Yeah. You see, evolutionary speaking, we benefit from having no hair. Makes us more aerodynamic. I'm like a Marvel X-Man, basically. I've got the mutant gene. I'm human plus. I can move more quickly underwater.
Yeah.
All right, anyway, let's continue. So, Pedro says, wind.
Wind. Oh, wind.
So, wind getting in your eyes, wind. Has anyone else said that? No, they have not. Okay, wind. Is it there, though? No, it's not.
No.
Ooh.
Oh.
Good answer, though. Good answer. Sad movie or a book. We'll put that under emotions. Well done, Nessa. Sand, says Pedro. Wind, you do live in the desert, Pedro.
There's wind, there's sand.
You're not seen in Beetlejuice, where they go and there's the sandworms and it's all that sandy kind of extra dimension. It's where Pedro lives. I thought it was Spain. Pedro, by the way, I would love to see you at the quiz night. Calle Amaniel, number 23, on the 7th, where Natch and I will be celebrating our birthday. You know, Pedro looks like a much better looking version than me. It's true.
Really? You look similar.
So if you do, he's kind of bald, bearded, but just, I'm like the Picasso version of his. So if you do come, just all I ask is you sit kind of further
Far away.
Yeah. So people are comparing me to the other people, not to you. I took a photo of him. I met him at an event of Richard Vaughan's. I took a photo. We took a selfie. The most depressing selfie I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Do you know there is a word for a selfie of 2 people? It's called an ussy.
No.
Yes, it is.
Really?
An
Who
ussy.
uses this?
I don't know. I heard it. I heard it in parlance on a TV show, and then I searched for it on the web. And an ussy.
Okay, and I see.
All right, let's continue. So sand, is it there? No, it's not. Sorry. Okay. Smoke, says the bridge. Smoke.
Okay.
Is smoke there? Yes, it is. Well done, bridge. It is the 4th most popular answer, with 8 of 100 humans saying smoke.
So we still haven't found number 1.
Still haven't found number 1, and there are only 4 more to get. Sad news, we'll post that with the emotion with the emotion answer, or crying because of emotional reasons. Well done, Nessa. Onion, says...
that's such a good one.
Says Pedro, an onion will make you cry.
Yes, that's a really good one.
Is it there, though?
It's number 1. It's number 1, I'm pretty sure.
It is number 1, well done!
That's such a good one. How did I not think of that?
Well done. Pedro from Instagram, dropping the wisdom. Well done, sir.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got 4. We've got the top 4 identified. The last 3 to go. We've had allergies. We've had something... grit, says the bridge. Grit. You know, and tell you what, Pedro Sand will throw that in there. Let's just say dirt. Just
something in your eye, right?
debris from the world. Is it there, though? Yes, it is. Well done. Bridge and Pedro, heroes. Today you're heroes. Okay, let's see.
What is it down as? Like, what is it? Just like, what does it say? Like dirt or
Dirt.
what? Dirt.
Yeah, I mean, I do paraphrase just to get through the thing quickly sometimes. Well, it says, I don't
Something.
know. Something there.
Similar to what you said.
There were words. Congratulations. No, this is legit. Every morning asking 100 people. God, it's a long day.
No.
It is,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
I put in the legwork.
When do you do it at night?
No, first thing in the morning.
Okay.
I walk into the office. The first 100 people I see, I'll petition them. Okay, let's see. Freezing weather we have there. We also have spicy food.
That's good.
What else do we have? A lash in your eye from coralism. None of those are there, guys. Min says, Pedro is more handsome than Rob. I'm a younger Rob. My hairline is absolutely dying. It's good. You're evolving. Okay, so that's where we are. Okay, none of those are there, my friends. So I'll give you a clue. You'll do this when you're tired. Might make your eyes water. Ooh, go on, Tash. Tell them. Yawning. Well done.
Really?
Yeah.
Do your eyes water when you yawn?
When I yawn and I'm here. When I'm tired enough to yawn
and
and
you're
I'm
crying
here, I
and
will
depressed.
cry. Sometimes I don't even need to yawn. Sometimes I don't even need to be crying. Sometimes I don't even need to be tired. I'll just be here and I'll start crying. All right, so crying. Okay, and there's one more to go.
Give us a clue.
You may be taking some form of medicine.
Eye drops or something?
No. You're see, if how do I say this?
I don't know.
But how would you? What is common between anyone that is in a hospital?
Anyone that is in a hospital?
Yeah, in a hospital. Why would people go to a hospital?
They're sick or something?
Because they're sick. Well done.
Actually, I was thinking when I gave birth, so that's why I was like, I'm not sick there.
Yeah, dude. If I had a baby, I would be crying too.
It's true. They're probably crying more.
All right, there you go. That's the top. Okay, guys, we're going to go through the answers right now. I asked 100 humans to name a reason your eyes might water. In position number 7, we had dirt. 6 of 100 humans said dirt. In position number 6, because you're sick, because you're ill. Enfermo, right, in Spanish. In position number 5, yawning. Yawning will make your eyes water. In position number 4, we had smoke. In position number 3, we had allergies. In position number 2, we had crying, 23 of 100 humans. And congratulations, Pedro, for position number 1, we had cutting onions. I will personally go around each and every one, Pedro, and let them know you got number 1. That's tomorrow. Tends to be the same 100
I'm
humans.
so happy you got number 1 because I felt bad for him after sand and wind. I felt a bit sad.
Me too.
Yeah,
a pink eye could water. Well, that comes under illness, right, Chris Falrell? Okay, we have to be quick. Let's go to today's Complete the News.
Complete the news.
Okay, I don't think we have time for both, so I'm gonna push again the California news. Not because it's weak. It is kind of weak. Just because the other one's funnier. All right, here we go. Complete the news. I'm going to give you a news headline.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
No, this is good.
I'm going to seem completely ignorant here. Okay.
No. It requires little to no knowledge of current affairs.
Okay. I don't watch the news. I'm just going to clarify.
Yeah. I mean, I watch entirely too much.
I don't because I started getting paranoid and I just decided it's better for everyone in the world if I don't watch the news.
You know what? That's a great point. There are certain news stories that I won't cover on the show just because I feel like it's news just designed specifically to generate fear and anxiety.
That's exactly why I don't watch the news.
So I'll do any news apart from that.
Okay.
All right, anyway, so here we go. To complete the news, I'll give you a news headline, un titular, right?
Okay.
But I'll leave out some important information. Then I'll give you 3 options, A, B, or C. Your job in the chat, and Tash and Natch, is to identify or to complete the news. Here we go. Here's the first one. If we get time for 2, we'll do both. Okay. Little Mermaid, the Little Mermaid is in the movie, didn't have enough blank. No tenía suficiente blank. Criticized a New York Times reviewer. So a New York Times reviewer criticized The Little Mermaid for not having enough blank.
Okay.
But what did it not have enough of? Was it A, kink? Kink is like, how would you say kink? Like, I don't know.
How do we say this?
Anyway, I did try and
did you?
I did try and
define it,
but I don't think there's an appropriate word. Kink is kind of like
like not a deviance, that sounds really bad, but kind of like a sexual, something that's not normal sexually, but not in a bad way. A kink can be good, like a fetish.
Yeah.
It's not kinky enough.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I don't know, it's very difficult to define.
Yeah, I did try on Deeple, but it didn't give me any good answers. Hang on, let's try Deeple kink.
What does it say?
Yeah, see.
Morbo.
Morbo, maybe? Yeah, kind of.
Maybe.
All right. So, okay, so it didn't have enough A, kink, B, mermaids, or C, fighting. So a New York Times reviewer criticized the Little Mermaid movie for not having enough kink, A, B, mermaids, or C, fighting. Morbo says, Pedro, okay. So A, B, or C? A, B, or C? See, everyone's going to think kink now because I've made a big deal about it.
I don't think it's kink. How would they criticize that a Disney movie doesn't have kink?
And it's the New York Times, right?
No.
It's a legit newspaper.
Now, I haven't watched it. This is the problem. So, I don't know.
What do you think, Natch? Little Mermaid, does it have is it lacking in kink, mermaids, or fighting?
Kink.
You think A, kink.
I think B.
You think B, mermaids. Not enough mermaids in the Little Mermaid. There's just one and she's very small.
Maybe it's just her and her sisters and that's it. Yeah. And they're like, where are the rest of them?
Where are the rest of them?
them?
She's supposed to be a princess. Who's she reigning over?
Yeah.
Just a fish?
I don't think they would want there to be fighting in a Disney movie for kids.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, exactly. But maybe that's what the New York Times wants. Let's see. A seems to be the most popular answer. I will salute Coralism for being the only person to say. Oh no, and Tash said mermaids as well.
I said mermaids.
I will salute Nessa for saying fighting. The only person to say fighting. I do expect Morbo from a mermaid. You know what?
Maybe
he gets a ProBoh approved for that. That's a good observation. You know,
ProBoh approved.
Traditionally, they would sing, luring sailors to their death.
That's true.
Okay, here we go. Let's get that little drum roll. The Little Mermaid didn't have enough A, kink. Yeah.
Well done, Nacho.
Well done, Natch. Well done, you guys who said kink. Yeah, the live-action remake of The Little Mermaid, featuring a diverse cast, was criticized by a New York Times reviewer for not having, among other things, enough kink.
Because that's what we want in a movie for kids.
In kids' movies, kink. There you go. What a world. Guys, we've had so much fun. A big thanks to Natasha. Do tune in 3 o'clock today for Back to Basics. We'll remind you again at the lunchtime show. Guys, so many things you could have been doing today, but instead of doing those things, you took the time to spend some time with me. Means the world. See you next time.